And we are live for another edition of the Alt Natives After Hours podcast. I think this is episode 17. And I am joined today by the one, the only Kyle Demko of Always Undecided.
What's up, dudes? Johnny Popko, thanks for having me. What's up, man?
Yeah, man. Weird times we're living in, huh?
Yeah, I'm going stir crazy.
This
was like the big thing for my week. Like, I was really excited to like sit down and talk to you for a little while because I'm like, I got nothing to do. I got nothing to do.
I feel like I've talked to more people in the past 4 weeks, as far as band guys go, than I have in real life, because I feel like we have nothing but time now.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, we got the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't even know what to think of it.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I mean, I don't know. We could talk about this all day, but like, it's definitely the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I don't know.
Yeah, so Kyle is the founder, I guess you could say, of the band Always Undecided. When Kyle is not out playing gigs, which obviously is the case now, he is a bartender, which he also cannot do any longer. So what's your life been like the past, 4 weeks?
I broke I tore my ACL back in 7th grade, and I went a whole summer where I was laid up. And I mean, at that time, you're like 13.
Yeah.
So like, you don't have a job yet, and you just play a lot of video games. And like, I don't know, man. Like, I haven't been doing much. I started working out again because I got a little thick. I'm a thick boy. But yeah, I'm like working out a little bit and like playing video games and like watching movies and eating. Dude, there's not a whole lot to do. I mean, I'm playing guitar every day,
Sure.
But there's only so much you can do. This is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I like everybody else. I just, it's hard to believe where we are. Thankfully we have the internet and we can do things like this. I don't know where we would be without the internet. And while it's a blessing, I think it's also a curse, because I don't know about you, but I'm constantly on social media and constantly on news sites, and it's scary.
Oh, dude, like that's literally all I do. Like, I mean, like, honestly, I'll rip off a couple hours playing a game or something, like whatever it is. Like, but in between, like, I don't know, loading or whatever, you're like looking through. It's like the same thing all day too. It's not like anyone's posting any new content on other than like musicians right now. Like, it's not like anyone's putting anything good up. Like, everyone's just doing the same dumb stuff as like what you're doing, like sitting around in pajama pants or shorts. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. This is just weird.
I showered today.
Stir crazy.
Yeah, huh? I showered today. I typically try and shower at least every other day. There's been days it's been 3 days.
Everyone likes their own brand, right?
So
you start getting a little sleepy. I actually didn't go to sleep last night because I'm like on such a weird schedule, and like I'll stay up, and it's easy to stay up late at night if you like sleep in a little bit. It's real easy to stay up, but then like you got to wake up in the morning so that you could fall asleep at night like a normal person.
Yeah.
So I just stayed up today, and I took my dog for like a walk, and came home and worked out a little bit and ate some food. And I'm just hanging now. I mean, I'm just going to try to rough it, and so I can go to sleep tonight around 8 or 9 o'clock. Get back on track, dude, because I've been like staying up all night, like bartending, like when we're playing music, you get done at work, and it's like, you get home, it's like 2 a.m, 3 a.m, whatever time. And I'm kind of used to that, but there's no need for it right now. So, I mean, I woke up today though, and there was snow on the ground, and I was pretty mad. Because I was excited. I was like, all right, well, I'm up. I'm like, I'm going to get up. It was like 8 o'clock. Like, I was like I tried to lay down, but like I got up and I'm like, yeah, nice. It's like bright out. I go out there and it's literally snow covered. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
If
No.
it was warm out, it would be like way easier, you know?
Yeah. 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 We had that big storm on what was it, Monday?
Yeah.
That big windstorm. Like it's like if how much can we take? We're in the middle of a pandemic, and now houses are blown away.
Yeah, I was just on the phone with my friend Lauren, and she was like telling me that night. She's like, yeah, like I heard trash like hit up against my window, and she lives down in Wilkes-Barre, and she's like, I go out there, and the garbage guys are on the back of the truck, and they're like, sweetie, just go back inside. You're wasting your time. And she's like trying to collect garbage off the street, like, yeah, like that's all she needs.
Yeah.
I don't know. So what else, what have you been doing? You're
Dude.
still working and stuff, so I mean.
Yeah, so I'm working from home. Business as usual, which is a lie because it's more like business unusual. My primary job is advertising, which is a very, very impacted business right now.
Yeah.
I don't think people understand the different areas that this pandemic has really affected. It's not just certain things. It's everything, and I deal a lot with like car dealers and concerts and festivals and things like that, and it's hard to advertise when the car dealerships aren't open, and you're not going to advertise a concert or festival that doesn't exist any longer.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's scary to think that like they might not even have concerts until like next fall. Like that's scary.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope that's not the case, but
Yeah, me too, man.
in the same sense, like, they're talking about opening things back up in the near future, and I'm really cautious of that just because the way this thing spreads, I mean, it's so easily done, and I don't want to do everything we've done so far. I don't want it to be for nothing. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah. I actually left the house yesterday and went out up to Council Cup, which is like it overlooks Berwick. It's like a trail. But yeah, I had to get out of the house because the only other place I'd go is over to the store. And you try to make a whole day of that. That's weird. Like it's weird when you go out. Like it just feels weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it.
I hate it.
You're going out and you're putting gloves on and you're putting a mask on. It's like, is this real life?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's post-apocalyptic. Here, let me tell you this, because I feel like you'll find this funny. My little sister told me that, and I like conspiracy theories. I'm not like a diehard, but I like them. Like I could dive into them and like I could like entertain a lot of them, even when they're a little crazy. But my little sister goes, she's like, I heard that an asteroid is going to hit us, and this is the world's way of letting us spend all of our time with our family.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm like, Callie, get the hell out of here.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, like
that's not
like
even,
scary. It's scary because like every time the wind would blow real hard, I'd be like,
here it comes.
All right, like I'm in the middle of Spider-Man. Like I was hoping I was gonna at least finish this game before like this would take me out.
That's not true. I'll tell you why. Because I have not seen my own mother outside of moments like this, or my mother and father-in-law. I have not seen them in over a month. So that's not true. I'm not sitting here hanging out with my family enjoying their time because we're definitely social distancing hardcore here. So tell your sister that's not the truth.
She's gonna be like, you're an ass. Yeah, like I don't know. I guess it's like fun to entertain it a little bit, but I don't.
Oh, it definitely is. Absolutely.
I just hope this is over soon. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all everyone's talking about it. It's just like I just want it to be over with already. We all do.
And it's. I mean, it definitely could be worse. Thankfully, I'm not in healthcare, which if my wife is, so she's going to work every other day, which is a stressful experience. Thankfully, she's not like in a direct hospital. She's in a clinic, so she's not seeing patients. But I can't imagine being like a nurse and doctors that are, physically seeing patients with COVID-19 and treating them and having to go home to their families and possibly take it with them.
Yeah, I mean, really anyone that's still working. My dad's a FedEx driver, so I mean, he's
Right.
like, and that's weird too, because like if you play it smart, like you got to change your gloves, like all day. You got to your hands are cracking from using. I I don't know. He's careful with it, but it's scary,
Yeah.
It's scary because you don't, and I guess I mean, obviously, they put out all this stuff, but I mean, it supposedly affects everybody different, which is real freaky.
Yeah, it's not just old people either. I mean, I think it's primarily old people, but it's also, I mean, guys that are 35s, 40s, which are like me. I'm like, I don't want to die.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, like when this whole thing happened, I don't know if you like, did you do you remember the video that I put up like a couple days before the parade days? I
Yes.
was like, on my way home from work, and I was like, like I actually went back and edited it and like saved the certain part where I was like, COVID-19 stands no chance against any PA. It's like boom, like worst part of the state. Like I like made sure I saved it. Like I mean, I'm just trying to make a joke out of it. Like at
Yeah.
this point, because it was like anyone watches it now, it's like what an idiot.
Well, we didn't
Because
know.
I was like, me and Ken are playing at Beer Boys in Sununus on Wilkes-Barre Parade Day. I'm like, you can't stop us, Corona. And it was like the next day, like my work called me in and they were like, hey, we were already having a meeting. We were gonna like kind of have like a little team bonding thing. I work at a Best Cigar Pub in Drums,
Yep.
new cigar bar that opened, and we were gonna have a little team meeting, and it ended up turning into like them being like, yeah, like we're actually gonna be closing down. And I was like, yo, like I just said that like a couple days ago, like that we were gonna be good,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna lie to you. At first, like for the first 2 weeks, I was like, this is a nice little break. Because the cherry on top, I mean, bartending and like playing music, there's a lot of really cool people. There's a lot of drunk people.
Mm-hmm.
And when that's, musicians, I play with a lot of different musicians like out and stuff. And it's funny to watch everyone's reaction to the drinker, because for me, it's just like I'm a bartender. So I'm so used to those drunk people. Like, like you have your friends that get drunk and like are goofballs and stuff. But then you have like the drunk people that really want you to play What's Up from Four Non Blondes, like, and
Free bird.
like, yeah, Free Bird. It's like say Slayer now, like be an adult and say Slayer. If you're gonna keep chanting that. But yeah, like it's like it's a lot. And what I was gonna say is like bartending and like playing that show, that really drunk day show. Me and Ken, like we played 2 shows that day, and you're just like, it's like a lot of people, like they're like right in your face, and it was like fun, But then like after bartending all week, and then you do that, I was kind of like, okay, this is like a nice, like it's like it was like peaceful. And like I said, I was like playing a lot of video games like for the first like 2 weeks where I was like, this is pretty nice. And then it started getting like, now we're a month and a week into it or whatever, and I'm like, all right, it's about time to wrap this up. It was cute at first, like like this is getting crazy. I never thought it was gonna get this bad. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's not going to end anytime soon. I don't think. I mean, I hope it does, but it's really scary to think about. Just from a health standpoint and an economic standpoint, I'm hoping some of these places can come out of it.
Do you think that the Chinese did it so that Ken Norton would cut his hair off?
I have never laughed. I have not laughed that hard at something on the internet in a long time.
I loved it. I
I
so much.
texted him like 5 minutes
He
after I
was so
saw it,
happy.
and I said to him, dude, before you cut that thing off, let's do a podcast. And he's like, it's already gone. I was like, no.
Oh, dude, like he looked like Morgan Wallen, like the country singer. Like he oh god, he looked like Tiger King. How about that? How about that though? Like that became a national craze.
Yeah,
for a couple weeks straight. That's weird. Did you watch it?
I did. Yeah.
What a weird show.
Yeah. Carol Baskin
Extremely.
definitely killed her husband.
I just this whole thing is was the weirdest part about this whole thing, was that how like involved everyone got in these people's lives.
Yeah.
Like everyone was so invested in this show. Like it was like nationally, like we came together.
Yeah.
We were like, no, Carol Baskin is not a good person. Collectively, as a country.
Yeah.
Like that sucks for her.
My favorite thing about,
and she thinks she's good. She thinks she's a good person.
yeah, my favorite thing about Ken's video.
And kittens.
Yeah.
Good.
My favorite thing about Ken's video was when he called it the Kentucky waterfall. This Kentucky waterfall. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, head over to my Facebook page. There's a video of Ken Norton from Grace's Downfall cutting his hair into a bullet, is what they call it, I believe.
Oh, it's so bad. It's good, man.
It's a riot.
I wish he didn't cut it. He really should have left it for a couple days at least.
For a day, yeah. I mean, I really wanted to sit down with him like this and talk to him with that. I probably wouldn't have been able to keep a straight face, but that would have been
yeah, could you imagine if he started talking about like healthcare like that with a straight face? You're like, just stop.
Yeah, we're done here. We're done.
Just stop. Just tell me what your favorite kind of mud crickets are.
Oh man. Well, yeah, let's talk about some of your music. Obviously, I mean, it's funny. I talked to a lot of bands, and I feel like 2020 was like it was supposed to be a big year for musicians. Like the guys in Modern Ties, the guys in Don't Panic. I feel like you released your first single. Was it earlier this year or late last year? Or I can't remember.
Yeah, it was February 18th. We released the song.
Yeah. So and then you had a band behind you, and you guys were getting geared up, ready to kind of get out there, and here we are.
Yeah, that's annoying. And I really haven't had this conversation with too many people, but it's definitely obviously frustrating because, like that song, I love that song so much. And when I presented all the stuff that I had to the guys when we initially got together, and I was like, all right, well, here are the originals. We're going to work on these, and then we can pump out these covers or whatever. They really liked Hold On, and I was excited about that because it really came together with them. And I'm not used to – I've never been used to that because obviously if anyone doesn't know me, I play a lot of acoustic stuff, and I've always had these songs written that were written to and meant to be a full sound, full band. And so that song was recorded, and Luke tweaked a lot of stuff. And Luke is like a genius, and he's super underrated around here. I don't know if enough people know who he is, and they should. Luke is the lead vocalist to Paladin's Death, and he also started a project which is a pop punk style project, Flowers for You. They just released an EP today. Yeah, it's really great. He's a genius, and he really knows what he's doing, and he really sharpened up Hold On and made it a really, really cool song, like a really cool track. He's the engineer for that, and he put all that together, and he just sent it to me one day, and it was like almost done. He was just like, what do you think? And I was like, I think it's amazing. He's like, is there anything you want me to do to it? And I was like, no, it's beautiful. It's seriously beautiful. So we got that together. We did the vocal tracks and put it up, and it was really cool, and it worked out. And then we started some other stuff, and yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it came to a halt. We had a really cool show. We did that Saving Abel show, which was super badass to have a lot of our friends and stuff come out. It was a Wednesday night. We played with Another Day Dawns and Saving Abel, and that was for me. I mean, that I can't speak for everyone, but I had one of the most incredible experiences, because I mean, I think there were I think we brought in, I don't know what the number was. It was a lot. It was a lot of our friends were there. So it's cool to look out and see dozens of your friends,
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I gave you a little quick peek of that song that one night we were at Carl Hall.
Yeah.
And yeah, we can't really keep working on stuff. So I mean, unfortunately, the stuff is halted. We were supposed to have our EP release on March 21st at Stage West. Shout out Steve, what up? But I don't know, man. I can't even tell people. I don't even know what to tell them about that. So we'll have to see.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's a big
I wish
waiting
I
game.
knew.
Yeah, it's a big waiting game, and it's unfortunate because, I mean, so many bands have dates still scheduled that they haven't canceled yet, in hopes that they don't have to. But
Well, that's what's cool, at least for the bands that were able to like book in advance. I mean, back when I was playing with Anthony, we were at least able to like take a handful of places and book for like a year, So, I mean, at least those dates are there. And if they decide they don't want to do it, if they do, it's on the book and they want to do it, then there you go. You have dates booked. So kudos to whoever set themselves up, But
yeah,
this is just nuts. Who knows what the bars are going to be able to do?
yeah, and I saw recently Tyler Zeiss posted him and Tyler have kind of parted ways.
Yeah, I mean, like Tyler Zeiss, he's in, two other bands that are I'm not going to say it's similar style, but I mean, when you put all of the different genres of music that are in this area out there, and then you put, that these handful of bands, Always Undecided, Soul Satellite, Holtzman, they're in that same sort of genre.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he's really focused on them, and those are Holtzman's his baby, and Soul Satellite's great, and they're both of those bands are releasing EPs, and we talked the other night, and I mean, they weren't going to leave me hanging, and they're good dudes. Like, so, like, what the thing is they decided to kind of focus more on that, which that's a good move. Like, if you want to do something, you can't go half in. Like, you got to go all in on it.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to see them do. So I mean, they're going to focus on that. I mean, we're going to probably play shows with them again. I could see us being on the same bill for stuff in the near future. So we did pick up somebody that I'm really excited about. When I first saw him play, my jaw dropped. His name's Brandon Rodriguez. He used to play with the Boastfuls.
Yeah.
He's gonna be playing with us. He's definitely gonna learn a lot of the stuff at first and see what he thinks. And he sounded really excited about it. And we were in a group chat. It was me, him, Luke, and Mike Bonowitz, and we were talking a little bit. We just want to get back working at it.
Yeah, for sure. And I hope you do. I hope everyone does.
Yeah.
The sake of
I love doing it, I love it. And like, this is, I could say it 100 times in this interview. I hope this is over soon.
Yeah.
For me and everyone else, like, it's killing people.
Well, you know what?
So,
I feel like if for whatever reason Always Undecided doesn't work out, you could probably become the front man of the band Trapt.
All right. So how about this?
Because I don't think he's going to be the singer much longer.
Dude, like, they have been one of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
And I mean, people like rag on them, like they rag on Nickelback, and I mean, like, I get it, like, whatever. I always liked them. I just liked their style of music, and I don't know, what is he doing? Like,
I think he's
stopped talking. Like,
he's literally lost his mind.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you believe it, what you're saying, like, all right. But, like,
I mean, listen,
dude, you're beefing with Ice-T, like,
yeah, don't do that. Don't
shut up.
Don't do that.
Like, just shut up. Like, they've literally been one of my favorite bands, dude, since I'm like 12.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I don't have like a hood big enough to like throw over my, like, because I see all this stuff like going around on Facebook, like, like, forget these guys, like, like, this guy's an idiot, blah blah blah, like, way worse words.
Yeah.
And I feel like it would be like one of those things if I was in like a mob of people and they're all like, yeah, I hate that guy. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like just like that's what I mean. Like just put your hood up. Like it's like I don't want anyone to know I like them.
Yeah.
Like
They've got good songs. I mean, Headstrong. I've been using that line when I comment on people's posts about that. Like, I mean, the guy did say, he's headstrong and will take on anyone. Like, that's what he's doing. I mean, I can't fault him for that.
it's a good line.
I mean, Ice-T part of
a good line, Popko.
He's part of a group called Body Count. I mean, pass.
Well, that was the thing though. Actually, like, again, I love Trapt, and I'm really embarrassed for them and to even say out loud that I do really like them. I like their music, but he like responded to Ice-T like, oh, like you want to put up like Trapt's numbers versus Body Count? It's like, dude, he's Ice-T.
Yeah.
Like Body Count's like he did that for shits and giggles. Like, yeah. You think Ice-T takes Body Count like very serious? Like, I don't think so. Like,
Yeah.
I think when singers and actors get involved in politics, it can get so weird.
Yeah.
It gets so weird because your job is to make everyone like you. You're just an entertainer, and like when you start getting, on either side, I'm not going to say what side I defend because it's not my. When I have this platform where, it is a situation where I'm Kyle from Always Undecided. Like, that's not my
right.
I don't think so for me. And it's not like I'm not educated on that exactly to the point where I want to have a full blown argument with a random person who's super educated on what they're about to talk about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
100%. I'm the same way. I'm in ad sales too. So like, I don't get into conversations with, clients of mine because, it's not a good thing to do. That could definitely, I've seen friendships end over politics, which is crazy to me, but yeah, I wish I got more involved as far as learning more about what's going on and like learning more about each side. But I'm in the same sense. I'm like, I don't know if I can trust what I read and what I hear. It's
yeah, no, me neither. Well, actually, funny story. I had a guy a couple weeks ago at the bar. I was bartending. I just got on my shift, and the guy's asking me, if I'm conservative or liberal. And I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. And they're like, well, come on, just tell us what, and I'm going, no. And then finally I go, and I didn't know that he was running for city council, but I finally go, listen, I'm this. I go, but I don't believe any of them. I go, so I don't even know what to tell you because I don't like any of them. I was like, I think this one's an idiot. I think this one's an idiot. And he goes, well, I'm actually just running for city council. And like, I'm just looking for you, like, for you to sign this. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, not my place right now.
Yeah.
Like, even a bartender, musician, like, no, not getting involved.
Yeah.
I need you to like me. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to roll the dice on a 50-50 chance. You're going to be like, well, you're an idiot. It's weird.
It is. It's always a touchy subject, and I'm not informed enough about it to have a good conversation about it. So I don't.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Like I said, if you're not like super, super educated on it, I mean, if you believe in stuff, then you can believe in it, but there's so much out there that like, you got to see both sides of a lot of stuff. So it's like, how do you just ride one side? And I mean, that's what the dude from Trapt's doing. Like, you sound like an idiot, like, and you're actually just being difficult with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I haven't even gotten into like what he's been going on.
It's hard to read it. It's hard to like. It's hard to read it because it's like it'd be like your buddy that like is gonna get thrown out of the bar, and you're kind of like, dude, like, and they're like, no, like, I'm gonna finish this, and then next thing you know, you're like, well, now we're both kicked out. Like, that's how I feel like when I see Trapt stuff. I'm just like, like I'm doing this 10-day album challenge.
Okay.
Where I'm like putting up, and I love a couple of those albums to where like I almost wanted to put one up, but I'm like, no, not now,
Yeah,
not now, guys.
Maybe him and Scott Stapp Scott Stapp, and the lead singer of Puddle of Mud can get in the same room and fight it out.
Oh, he's another one.
Which one?
He's a mess. The dude from Puddle of Mud, he's a mess.
Did you see the most recent cover?
The Nirvana
of
cover?
Yeah.
Okay, actually, Dunn just posted that.
Yeah, it's.
And I said, is he for real? Like, was he serious?
Dude, it was at Sirius XM Studios or whatever.
It was like the worst thing I've ever seen.
It was bad.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm not that good, and I heard that, and I was like, "Oh, dude, what are you doing?"
He's lost it. The guy from Trapt lost it. Scott Stapp, I think, is back on the up and up, but I mean, it was obviously that time that he was off the rails big time. But I guess these are things that happen when you have all that fame.
Yeah, I don't get it. I hope I did say to be funny. I did say the day that Ken and I played, how drunk everyone was, and like I said, they were in our face. I did make a comment, and I was like, I think, because by the end of the day, I was done. I had a ton of my friends out. I was done. I actually left the whole scene and went up to King's, which is where like my favorite spot up in Mountaintop. I went up to King's. I met Marcus Williver from the Wells River Band, and him and I just like played some guitar in the bar, like with the bartender and two of my friends. I couldn't take it. I actually think if God help me, if I ever got big, I just don't think I'd be the coolest like celebrity. Like I'd just be like, oh, enough. Like get like enough already.
Leave me alone.
You know? Yeah. For the kids, that'd be one thing, but no, dude, like enough. I'm not playing Wonderwall. Stop asking me. You know, like, you know, I played a Taylor Swift song and I'm not playing anymore. Like enough. You know, I don't know.
Oh man,
I'm just kidding.
I always.
I'm taking my microphone out. I have to charge my phone.
Okay. Take it out. You don't have like one of those adapters where you can do both?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, good.
Can you hear me?
About that. Yeah, I can hear you good.
It's like a Verizon commercial.
Yeah. Remember those? Remember stuff?
Yeah.
So what
it's been weird.
Popko?
It's been weird for sure. I think parents, I have a 2-year-old, so I think parents always dream about being a stay-at-home parent.
Yeah.
Not for me. Not for me. I'm going to take my hat out of that ring. No. If I could just maybe if I was just a stay-at-home parent and I didn't have work to do on top of that, maybe it'd be different. But, you know, trying to work from home and make sure my kid doesn't die, not a fun time.
I just saw a Facebook video of this mom and her 2 daughters. And the daughters, like, they had to be, like, I don't know, like 3 or 4. And she had, like, an easel with, like, the American flag on it. She went, all right, girls, that was a good Pledge of Allegiance. She's like, all right, now on to our first lesson. And she, like, turns the easel around, and she goes, who killed Tupac? like, she's like, who's our first suspect? And the 2 little girls are like, Biggie Smalls. And she's like, that's right, because they had beef. Like, that'd be me. Like, yeah. I'd be like, kids, listen up. This is why everyone hates Nickelback. They wrote a song called Photograph, and it just never went well after that.
I love that song.
Why does everyone hate Nickelback? What is the problem?
Dude, I don't know. I don't want to get into it. We're gonna get made fun of, but like, I like Trapt. I like Creed. I like Nickelback.
Well, I'm not a big Creed guy. I don't know, dude. They're really good. I get it, but not a big Creed guy.
That's too bad for you. I won't hold
Dude,
it.
Nickelback is they're pretty good, and I like even live, like they're pretty good, and I don't understand.
I think the thing is people hate successful people.
Well, that album I posted today, I'm on day 8, and I posted for all the right reasons because I think every song other than 2 were on the radio. They were all hits.
Yeah.
There's like 12 songs on that album. Like they were all hits.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, I didn't know we were bringing our pets into this.
Well, I wasn't bringing it. It just kind of happened.
I have a golden retriever named Banana Bread.
This is Mooch.
Mooch. Is he a mooch?
That's how it got the name, yeah.
You know, I keep looking at that picture of Grant Williams next to your left ear.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just a hunk.
He just kind of like looks right through you, you know? Like
yeah, it's like a handsome ghost.
He commands your attention is what he does.
Yeah, dude, I remember watching him like when he was playing for Grace's Downfall. I remember seeing them at like Bar Louie, and he was fired up, you know.
Yeah.
And I saw him again at that music store that he works at in Dixon City, and he had no idea who I was. And then I saw him again playing for Flatland Ruckus now, and I'm like, well, that's a 180.
Yeah, okay.
You know, so I'm doing like Chop Suey and like Nookie, and then like then he's playing like My Big Green Tractor. You know, it's like cool. That's cool.
Well,
I love Tribe, dude.
You got me looking at this photo now. I mean, you got the guys from E57. Yeah, Ken and
Popko, what is an E57?
I have no idea. They won't tell me.
They won't tell anyone.
I don't think they know. That's the thing.
No, I don't know.
Don't let them fool you. They don't know what they're doing either.
They're awesome. I love their songs.
Yeah, who was that? Mike? That's Mike Bonowitz down there, right? But that's the guys in.
Mike Bonowitz. I know that guy.
Yeah.
Yo, he's a sick drummer, dude.
Yeah.
Like he's so like nonchalant about how good he is too. Like working with him is super easy when it comes to like when he took the songs that I like presented to them and like heard them, he was like, I was like, are you good? Like, cause we didn't really talk about it, you know? And then we would like play stuff, and he just like, I didn't have to tell him twice for nothing, like anything. Like he just knew. I don't know. I'm not used to it because I haven't like been a guy that's been around in like bands and stuff.
Yeah.
So like, it's like funny because like with him and like, with like Luke, like, it's like kind of hit the lottery a little, you know? Like they're so easy to work with that stuff. I don't know. I'm not used to it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of talented musicians in this area. That's for sure.
Yeah. I saw the thing Marty tagged you in a couple days ago. And he was playing the Panacea riff.
Yeah, 10 seconds.
Dude, I used to listen to them a lot.
Dude, we ran bus trips for those guys to like Philly and crap like that when I was at the Weekender back in like 06. I mean, I love those guys. I mean, their music still hits home for me. I mean, it's awesome. And Paul is a great.
I remember Saturate was out for like a year or two from Breaking Ben.
Yeah.
And they were putting out We're Not Alone. And I got into them right before We're Not Alone came out. And I had like heard like Polyamorous and like, I was young though. I was only like 11, probably 10, 11. And I was like just getting into Linkin Park. And I remember hearing So Cold. And like just being like, this is it, dude. This is it. And I went to see them at the Scranton Cultural Center with 10 Years and Smile Empty Soul. And after that, I got so into them, and my cousin was like, oh, you should check these guys out because they're local. And it actually ended up being Panacea. So that was like, I don't know, a year after that maybe. And like,
were you mixing up Panacea and Breaking Ben?
No, I went and saw Breaking Ben in 10 Years. And after I got into Breaking Ben, my cousin was like, oh, you'll love these guys.
Oh,
like,
okay. I got you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I understood. Okay.
I forget what the name of the album was called, but it had like What More, Day of Remembrance, like 4 Reasons. It was like a 6-album like statuette.
Yeah. I don't remember the name of the
It was
album.
awesome.
Yeah. And then their follow-up to that was incredible. I mean, there's a song called Additive.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard that song, song still gives me chills to this day.
I always liked Oubliette.
Yeah.
I don't even know what an oubliette is.
Me neither.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
matter.
matter.
It's cool because like when you go see Grace's now, like they'll play a couple of those songs.
Yeah.
Last time I saw Grace's at Dirty Mike and the Boys.
Right.
Dirty Mike and the Boys. No. We will do it in your Prius. But yeah, they played like The Fool and I think Day of Remembrance.
Yep.
I'm like, that was crazy to me because I never got to see them because I was so young. It's like I couldn't get into a bar scene.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish I was a little older. I could have been out for some of that cool stuff back in the day.
That's how it goes, man. Like there's bands before me that, before my time that I wish, there was bars and there was bands that were around before me that I never got to see. But someday they will say that about Always Undecided.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope we stick around that long.
Yeah. But first and foremost, we need to get back out there. So.
Yeah, let's just keep our fingers crossed and stay inside,
Yeah. What are your plans? Do you have any big plans? You gonna do some yard work outside? You gonna clean the bathroom?
Yeah, I'll do some stuff outside and keep the bathroom clean.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I got a lot of time on my hands. I wrote a couple new songs, so that's cool. So I mean, like, I'm still doing stuff. I'm just like, it's a lot of time.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time, like, by yourself. Like, and I'm a dude that is, I mean, like, I'm not a bar rat, but my whole life revolves around being in a bar.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my cousin said it to me the other day, and he's like, he like said it, and we were laughing. He's like, no, he's like, all jokes aside, though. He's like, you're a bartender. He's like, you're a musician. He's like, and then when you want to take it easy and chill, what do you do, dude? Like, you go to a bar and meet your friends. Like,
right.
And I'm like, yeah, like, this is weird. It's freaking weird, man.
You're a social person,
I'm a butterfly. That's how I do it.
Yeah, I wish.
Popko, before we go, can I ask you who's your favorite superhero?
My favorite superhero?
Yeah.
Ooh, man, I don't know.
Even if you had to pick two.
I mean, I'm old school in that, I grew up with the original, like, Michael Keaton as Batman. Big fan of Batman.
Michael Keaton Batman, though, specifically.
And that was my introduction to Batman as far as, that went. So, I mean, I also liked, what's his name? Crap.
What, Christian Bale?
Christian Bale, yes. I liked him as Batman. Yeah.
Do it. I'm Batman. I got one of those masks like that, just like the one that Bat Dad wears, like the cheap one.
Yeah.
And I got my mom to say, do you remember in the line when, like, right in the beginning of the second one where the guy goes, "Hey, how come you can do this stuff and we can't?" And he goes, "Because I'm not wearing hockey pads." And like,
that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
I got my mom to say that with the mask on, and I have it on camera. So that's one of my favorites. So that's so funny.
That's pretty
Christian
good.
Bale, I don't know why he did that, but he did it.
It's fine. I didn't mind it. It was over the top, but it's okay. And then I guess, I don't know, Batman and Spider-Man's cool.
Hey, dude, you know what? You're kind of like Spider-Man. You're a good dude. Hey, with great power, man, becomes great responsibility.
Yeah, of course.
I just watched 1 and 2 like the last 2 nights. The old ones, Tobey Maguire.
I like those. Yeah.
Yeah, they get you right in the heart.
the most recent ones kind of got a little. See, I'm not a big like comic book guy or things like that, and like I don't like a lot of like sci-fi stuff. So the most recent ones have kind of just really gotten out there, and there's a lot of just special effects, which are cool in the right.
Well, it's really confusing too because of what has went on with Marvel and Sony and like their whole like and the Fox. Like it's I could explain it to somebody and they just look at me.
Yeah, I mean,
and like all of us, like, because I'm like one of the I go opening night for like all the Marvel movies. Like I love it so much, and it's funny because when I explain why there's been so many Spider-Man reboots, I could tell it like 3 times in a row, and they're like, I don't get it. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, it's stupid, but
yeah, it just even like with video, I don't play a lot of video games, so like when I did, it was always just sports games. So I like the simple stuff, like the Batman when it was Michael Keaton, and then I didn't really care for the Val Kilmer wasn't terrible. George Clooney, I don't care for that.
No, that was bad.
Christian Bale was good, and then after that, I kind of just lost interest.
Yeah, we got Robert Pattinson coming out now.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's gonna be Batman now.
Yeah. But
DC can't figure it out. They're all over the board. Marvel's just crushing them.
Who's your favorite?
Of all time, out of Marvel and DC, probably Spider-Man. It's cliche, but because I mean I'm a diehard Marvel fan, but
yeah,
he's just the coolest. He's funny, and Deadpool's funny too, though.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds is like, I would like to hang out with him for like 15 minutes.
I like Iron Man too. I like,
Did you watch Endgame?
No. See, and then I like when it's just like okay, it's Batman and it's Spider-Man. It's like it's not like all these characters in the same thing.
25 movies.
Just too much.
A 25 movie story.
Yeah, I can't do it. And honestly, a lot of these movies now, and they're 3-4 hours long. I'm like, count me out. I don't have time for that shit. I don't have time.
Yeah, dude. Endgame was 3 hours long.
Yeah, I mean, if it's funny, like if I see a movie that's over 2 hours, I don't care what it is. I'm not watching it just because I don't have that. Especially as a father now, I just don't have the time to sit down and to do it.
I get it.
Transformers was probably the last long movie I've watched.
You've got the touch. You've got the power.
I want you to sing me the song from Short Circuit 2.
What is that?
I need a hero. That's all.
All right, yeah, I'll figure that out for you.
That's all I know. That's
it. That was in Shrek. That's how I think of that.
It was in Shrek as well.
Yeah. Yeah, big scene, dude. Big time scene.
Huh. I'll have to check that out. I don't remember that.
What do you think? What are you doing the rest of the week? You got a lot of stuff. You got a lot of work to do then.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm working. Still the 40 hours a week, trying to just take care of the customers I have. Doing my best to take care of those out there trying to make it. It's hard. It's a hard position to be in when you're trying to ask people for money in a climate that people are just trying to stay alive. But in the same sense, we worked with our management to kind of create packages that are, I think, really affordable, especially for what you get. So we're doing the best we can because we understand what's going on, and they need to make money. We got to make money to pay our bills too. So but it's definitely there's a fine line of really trying to like tiptoe that line, when you're trying to say, hey, like, you want to advertise, and because people are scared. It's unfortunate. It's scary.
Yeah. Again, dude, I hope this is over soon.
Yeah. But I got the show on Saturday. I've been doing that from home, which has been interesting.
Yeah, I was watching the Modern Ties one, and it was like he did say, he's like, it's like so easy to listen to it now because I put it on the last couple of weeks because it's like I'm sitting there doing whatever, and it's like, I mean, normally again I'm either working or I'm playing a show,
Right.
so it's like to hear that or any of that kind of stuff, even watching all the musicians' videos, it's like it's cool because like we're all at least getting time to. A lot of feedback on each other was like that's not always the case because we're not all at each other's shows and stuff like that, and like a lot of us are tight knit, like we have we've all made friends with each other, so like that was the exact thing. Like I meant to tell you that it's like been easy to listen to your show because I'm not at work and I'm not playing, so it's like I have it on my phone.
Well, thanks for listening. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm happy we haven't lost a beat there. I'm able to do it from home. I was surprised it quality wise, it didn't. I mean, it's definitely not studio quality, but it wasn't really compromised to the extent that I thought it would be. So, that's been cool. And I mean, dude, I did that one show maybe 3 weeks ago. It was all females. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Just because
that was awesome.
There's so many talented, female artists here, and that tied in really nice with the fact that it was Women's History Month. I mean, this week I have a ton of new stuff. Josh Zurich from E57, he's got a solo single coming out that I have on Saturday. The stuff from Flowers for You and
oh, cool.
Matt Jenks.
Yeah.
There's new stuff from Josh Balls in his project called Strange Kids. I
heard a rumor. I heard a little rumor about something that he's up to.
Oh, geez.
I'm not going to get into it, but I think a lot of people are going to be pretty happy about it.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
People better keep their ears open for what Josh Balls is up to.
He's always doing something, man. That kid.
Yeah,
I don't think he's
another one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Him and Steve Masterson, dude. Like they're always coming up with something.
Yeah, which is cool. I mean, I really admire that about those guys. Just they're nice guys, which is, a lot of people that are like that and successful, they'll stab you in the back. But Steve and Josh are good dudes, and they're always doing cool stuff for the area too. It's while it benefits them, it's also they want this area to be something. So
yeah.
But Strange Kids, that's Josh Balls' project, not Stranger Kids. I was getting into Stranger Things.
I never got into it.
Strange Kids. And somebody else, he passed along to me too. His name is Tim O'Grady. He's from the Poconos. He's got a song that's really good. So a new one from
I'll be listening.
Atlantic.
So
I have just off the top of my head, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new songs that came out in the past week or so. So
it's cool for these people that have studios and stuff at their houses because it's again nothing better to do write a bunch of awesome music. So
yeah,
that's cool. I'll be listening. So I'm excited to check out some new stuff.
Maybe I'll throw your song on there too, just because you're a nice guy.
Hey, think about it. That'd be great. I always appreciate what you do for us. We always appreciate the plugs, man. Thanks for always being there for us.
It's honestly, I always say it's absolutely 100% my pleasure. I hope that when this all ends, I hope it never does. But if it does, people look back and say, hey, he was a good guy and did some good stuff. And I would say that's my favorite hour of the work week I don't get paid for. But
yeah, man.
Passion I have. Cool. I mean, I'm not trained to be on radio. I'm not trained to be doing interviews. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, I think, on my end, but I'm learning every day, hopefully, and hopefully it sounds better every week. And but at the end of the day, too, it's not about me. It's about the artists that are on the show. So, I mean, as much as it would be cool if I'm very good at what I do, it's not so much about me and what I say as much as it is about you guys. So,
Hey, with great power comes great responsibility.
I will keep that. Maybe I'll write that above my bed.
Please say that on Saturday.
All right.
I'm begging you, throw it in there at some point.
Okay.
Just mention it.
All right. Maybe I'll close the show out with that.
That'd be badass.
Yeah. Don't forget.
No, I'll text you.
Yeah.
I'll be like, dude, you said.
Yeah. We'll see. See what happens.
All right,
Okay,
Popko.
thanks so much for hanging out today. This has been a lot of fun as always. Hopefully we'll get out there sooner than later. I can give you a hug.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to see it. And all my artist friends out there, I can't wait to come out and see you guys.
Yeah. So enjoy the rest of the time at home. Keep working out. I'm kind of wish I was doing that. I wish I would have. I've already squandered 4 weeks of this. So it's like, do I start now or do I just kind of say, screw it and keep getting fatter? I don't know. See.
Popko, I ate a cheeseburger from BK today, and I haven't eaten fast food like since before this thing started.
You better be careful. Awesome. The TP out there is very, very limited.
I'm going to get a bidet.
I almost did. Before this all happened, I almost did. You can just connect it to the toilet.
That's gross.
I should have.
It's gross.
So.
All right, on that note.
Yeah.
On that note, dude.
All right.
Always undecided, people.
All natives.
Thanks so much, man.
All right. We'll see you.
Later, brother.